Hey guys, Sandy here, and I am working on our girls' trip for our Disney World vacation that we took back in 2016. And today I am scrapbooking this one photo, and it is a picture of our swollen feet at the bus stop at the Magic Kingdom. This is where the buses for all the resorts come and pick you up. And we were the first in line, so we were just standing here and we were like, look at our poor feet, they're swollen, the humidity is getting to us, and we decided to take a photo. Now, I've already cut a circle out of this paper. I used my Cricut Explorer Air to do this. I upgraded my Cricut a little while ago. I haven't really cut out a lot of stuff with it, but I hopefully will be doing some things with it more than just circles for this album that I'm working on. And usually I do my Disney albums all in one fell swoop. Like, I sit down and I have my papers and I have my photos and I have the embellishments and I'm like, okay, and I work on the album and complete it until it's finished. This is a girls album, and it is going to be certain colors: black, white, pink, aqua, teal, whatever, and gray. So I don't want to get burnt out on those colors because they're very trendy colors and they're a lot of fun to work with, but they do kind of, it gets to be the same after a while. So I'm interspersing these Disney photos in with my other photos. And I'm using the Gossamer Blue June, I think it was, 2017 kit. Really sad that Gossamer Blue is ending, because I mean, this stuff is great. The paper's thick and everything. So I'm really sad about that. But I'm using these papers. This is one of their papers as well. It feels like such good quality too. All right, let's see what I can do. So the first thing I do is find a really bright pink, and it is a bright pink. And it's just going to be the border around the page, and I'm going to pull in pink on the top of the page as well. I go ahead and gut this paper just because it is a super bright pink, and I'm not sure how many sheets of this cardstock color I have, and I'm definitely going to want to use this again in this book. So for this album, like I said, it has colors, and they're going to be all different shades of these kind of colors. Like, it'll have all different pinks, all different kinds of that teal blue, blacks, whites, grays, probably a little cream. But the thing is, I definitely don't want it to just this one page to have this super bright hot pink, and then none of the other pages have this super bright hot pink. So that's why I gutted it. Long explanation of why, huh? Okay. So I also decide that since this is such a striking pink, that I'm going to need some on the top of the page as well. And I wasn't exactly sure what I was doing with this. My original plan was to pop this on the page and do a bunch of circles, like to have this big, huge circle and then circles around, because I've seen lots of circles lately, and it seems like every time I try to go in the direction of a circle page, it doesn't make it that way. And in a layout, I'm not sure if I did it before this layout or after this layout. I did a page, and my original intention was to use circles, and then I was like, nope, I'm going to use squares. So we'll see. I think that I struggle a little bit with the circles sometimes. So what I've decided to do is take strips of paper and just kind of create this, like, put the circle in the background is what I'm doing. Like, treating the circle as just like a background paper, and placing some strips of paper and maybe some washi tape and my title and stickers and stuff across the page. I'm really enjoying using strips of elements and putting my photos on top of them lately. Like, there's a few times recently that I've done that, and I've really enjoyed it. So I decide that the photo needs to actually be sitting on something. It needs that little shelf or ledge or plank or whatever you want to call it. I decide that the photo needs it. Now this pink twirly thing that I'm using right here is actually a basil border. They came in a package of all the same color. Like there's a whole bunch of that color pink in this package. And it has the curly Q, it has the circle dots, it has like ribbon ones that you can weave ribbon through. So that all came in the same pack. And it's old, it's super old. These little white flowers that I'm working with are the Teresa Collins. Nope, they're not the Teresa Collins ones. They're the KI memory ones that I was like, oh, these are so thick and nice. And then I realized that it was the paper backing for adhesive, except that they're so old the adhesive doesn't work anymore. So I just have to use my ATG to pop them down. And at this point, I'm thinking that I'm going to put that floral behind the circle because my title's going to go here. That's what what I was thinking. That doesn't happen, but I do end up coming up with something to fill that space. And then here is just one of those great My Mind's Eye chalk labels, and I decide that I liked the way the little arrow was kind of like hanging over that gray piece of paper on the right hand side, so I made it happen that way on the left hand side. Now I know that I have to fill in that gap, and I'm thinking I'll probably do it with something. That was profound, wasn't it? Yeah, I'm going to fill, something. I decided that I liked the title up there better because it says, please wait here together. So I'm kind of using the photo as part of the title. And I'm okay with that. And I think that I like those little triangles there. And I put it there back on the sticker sheet, but not exactly where it belongs because I'm thinking, oh, I need to back that or cut those out or something and put them on the page right there. And I end up forgetting about them. But now I'm pulling some of those Fancy Pants puffy stickers that don't really have adhesive on the back. They kind of left the adhesive on the packaging. And here is just where I've decided what I'm going to use to fill that space. And I'm just going to use this label sticker from October Afternoon and layer that 3 on top of it. And obviously I'm using the 3 because there were 3 of us and our 3 pairs of feet waiting at the bus stop. So I still haven't figured out what to do with that little gap where the white flowers are. Sorry for that interruption. My phone decided to do something weird. Okay, back to the program. All right, so I grabbed these little freckled fawn puffy cameras, and see how fast I've forgotten that I'm doing those 3 little triangles up there? So I pick out the camera that I like the best, and I put it down. Now these little puffy border stickers, they're also from Freckled Fawn, and I really thought I was going to put those blue hearts down there at the bottom. Like that was what I thought. That was legitimately happening, but I knew that I had to do a little bit more of filling. Now, I went off and found some papers, and I found this glitter paper, and this is from a Die Cuts with a View stack. I think it's like the Mediterranean one. Oh man, those stacks when they were coming out, they were gorgeous. I had the La Creme and that Cafe Mediterranean, I think it was, and there were just some beautiful, beautiful papers in those stacks, and I actually still have some of them left, so that's exciting. Okay, so what I had done was I went and cut out some of that glitter paper and then used that pink paper and, oh goodness, oh, I feel like I need a nap. What I had done was punched that little bit of the pink paper and layered that glitter paper on top of it. And now I'm just trying to figure out exactly where all the little gold pieces should go and get them stuck down with some ATG. Because like I said, the adhesive is on the backing sheet and not on the item itself. And I end up grabbing my little Scotch dot runner because, sometimes those little teeny pieces, it's easier to just flip some dot runner on there than it is with that ATG. So I've pulled out the Glitter Girl stickers now, and I know that I want this little saying, and I just decided to back it on that hot pink paper, not because it was a clear sticker or anything and you weren't going to be able to see through it, but that was the closest solid thick paper that I had to give that sticker a little bit of strength. And I decided that it looked better on the right hand side of the page where I already had some weight going on down there with the gold sticker, as opposed to closer to the photo. And plus it just, the way I feel like it kind of frames the photo a little bit better with that position being right there. And I try to mess around and maybe add a little floral somewhere because it's the right colors. It's the right colors, but it just doesn't really fit on the page. And I am going to add, what am I adding? MK to this page just because this was at the Magic Kingdom. And I'm not like adding a bunch of journaling or anything in here, so I just want, so anybody who's going through it's going to be obviously a Disney album. You're going to be able to go through and go, oh, MK's Magic Kingdom. Hopefully you'll know that MK's Magic Kingdom. Yeah, that's a big hope. Okay. So I just wanted to add a little bit of something more. I felt like it just needed a little extra touch. And at first I thought, you know what, I'm just going to put a bunch of words across this glitter paper, and I found some ones that were appropriate to the theme of Disney and all that kind of good stuff. Once I get them on there, though, I realize I really don't like it, and they need to go back into the sticker book where they belong. And I'm just like, no. It doesn't work. I don't like it. And I wasn't feeling the white stickers very much either. So I went a couple pages back to where the black stickers were, and I just decided to pop them around a couple places on the page. And I like this much better. I like the little dark pops on this page, especially since the background is such a dark gray. It makes sense to have the darker elements. Excuse me! It makes sense to have the darker elements on the top of the page as well. If you can't hear it, I'm kind of finding a little bit of a sinus thing right now, so I'm sorry for any nasaliness or sneezes that might continue to happen. Okay. And I just decide to pop on that little piece right there just to fill in that teeny little gap of space. All right, and I'm happy with this, and I'm liking it, and I'm thinking, does it need anything else? And then I say, yes, it needs a little bit of this glitter up at the top. So I decide to punch out a heart with my Fisker's Heart Punch. And then I went and pulled out these little Recollections puffy hearts, and these are glorious, teeny tiny little puffy hearts, and I'm just going to place them a couple places around the page, and I actually think that this is going to finish up the page for me. Alright guys, thank you so much for watching. Thank you for dealing with my little sinus issues, and I hope I'll see you in the next video. Go ahead, click subscribe if you like, and I'll talk to you soon. Bye!